And here we are. We are live. I just ended up hurting my hand outside. I was doing some work, so
Oh
excuse
my
my
goodness.
bruising here. But welcome everybody to the show, where I am so pleased to have Madame Claudia, a psychic and intuitive from Canada, and so it's wonderful to have her here. And I have to say to Trudy, who's out there in the audience, thank you for introducing us, and thank you for all you've done for Madame Claudia. She is truly giving back to the community, just like I try to do and others try to do. And Trudy is just fabulous. So thank you, Trudy, for bringing us together.
Thank
Me
you,
and Claudia.
Trudy.
Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit about Claudia today and some of her gifts, but I'm going to say hello to those that are here at first. We will be doing some mini readings. What you need to know as we start out is that Madame Claudia isn't going to give real personal information out if she sees something. She'll give what she can, but if there's some issue that is private, she's not going to say, or she's going to say that's really that should be discussed, by you and I, let's say. And she does do readings, and I have put her email in the chat, as well as she does them by donation right now anyway. And she takes PayPal. So just so all of you know, and she and you can figure out what you might want to do at that point if you want a personal reading. But we'll have some fun today, and we'll get to know her. And yes, and we can bring her back again. I know Trudy's had you on probably 4 or 5 times, I think, hasn't she?
I am truly grateful. Yeah, she has just pumped my ego up, and I'm just like, no. Stay
I get it
centered.
totally. I get it. Yeah, I
You
do.
know.
I do. I understand. I do. It's that type of thing we have to do when we're spiritual. We have to stay humble,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's also nice to know we're appreciated. So I
Well,
think that's mostly what she wants to share with you. So hello to Karen. Hello to Seascape. I will tell you right now, Madame Claudia does not have a YouTube channel. I don't know if she will at some point, but she can
we're
be
working
seen
on
on.
it.
Oh, good. That's good to know. I like that. So when she does, we can let you know, of course. And she will probably be back on Trudy's show. So you can also check in with Trudy to see if she knows when that YouTube channel just might come out. And we welcome you to this community. I'm so glad to have you here. I really,
Thank
really
you
am.
so
So,
much.
oh,
Thank you
you're
for
so
having me
welcome.
on today.
Uh-huh. So Seascape is going to retire in June. Good for you, girlfriend. I'm happy for you. And hi, Willow, and hello, Kay, and Ziggy, and Julie V, and Trudy's here, and Teacher Barbara, and Jan's Free, and Mary Thornberry. Oh, stormy weather in Ohio today. Okay. Teresa Hadarian is here. And Annie Bear, hi Annie Bear. Some of these people have channels as well, and so you never know. Some might want to reach out and talk with you. Christine Fryer's here. Vic Talk is here. Nice to see you. Lori Bove. Let's see who else is here. Callie Healer Kelly. It's good to see you. Pierrette is here. Isn't Claudia a beauty? She is a beauty. You're right. Astrology Happenings with Shaughnessy. Okay, a general reading for you. I'll click you off here. And let me see. Anybody else that I missed? I don't want to. Amanda Carroll's here. And Jen Bowles, nice to see you. Wayne Rich. Sherry, welcome everybody. Welcome. If I missed anybody, it was not intentional. And I know a lot of people come in, as we're going along. Hi, Jill. It's good to see you. But I'm gonna introduce you to a little bit, learn a little bit about Claudia, and then we will take some of your short questions for you. And so, hi, Candy Mullen, and hi, Moira. It's nice to see you. And Cheryl, my goodness, everybody's coming in now. So we got about almost 40 people here. So that's wonderful.
Ooh, I'm
Okay.
excited.
Yeah, isn't that nice? They've been waiting for you to come.
Thank you,
All
everyone.
right. So, Claudia, when did you realize that you had the gift? Is it something you've had from childhood, or
Well,
is it?
yes, I truly believe that now. I was born this way. Mind you, when I was growing up, it didn't really feel like a gift. It
Uh-huh.
felt more like
Kind
it
of a
made me
curse,
feel,
huh?
yes,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
curse. I did mention that
Uh-huh.
before in the past. It felt
Oh,
like a
you have.
real
Okay.
curse.
Okay.
Um, it was very difficult for me growing up, not understanding why I was sensing and feeling these things,
Mhm.
um, why I knew certain things about people that perhaps I shouldn't have, and also um, at a very young age, being able to see certain things. And as a child, it was very difficult because I was just constantly afraid of the dark, constantly, and I
Oh,
suffered from high anxiety, and I
sure.
had to
Sure.
cope with that for a long
Mhm.
time.
Mhm. Wow. So would you say that you tried to suppress it then as well because it was yeah, yeah, yeah. A
I
lot of people do that.
absolutely did. I
Yeah.
absolutely did. I'm
Uh-huh.
not I'm not opposed to talking to that about that now, but
Right.
at the
Right.
time it was incredibly difficult not understanding how to cope with that. So like I had told myself growing up, it probably came out in the way of a behavioral issue.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
I did have a lot of behavioral issues, like sometimes it would come out with getting involved in conversations that have nothing to do with me because I thought I could help, especially with adults.
I'm sure.
um, Other ways would be at school not being able to quite mesh with the other kids, having
Mhm.
not understanding why I wasn't able to fit in. It just felt like a matter of fitting in. That was another
Sure.
thing. And it's just
Mhm.
always wanting just to be perhaps around adults. I felt more comfortable around adults, but not
Uh-huh.
children my own age, which is, I always knew I wanted to and I wanted to fit in. I just never could.
Never
I
could.
never
Were
felt
you an
comfortable.
only child, Claudia?
No, I'm actually
No?
eldest
Okay.
of three.
Okay. Okay. And do the
Yep.
others have any gifts that you
Well,
know of?
I think that in our family, it was a genetic
Uh-huh.
sort of situation. So
Yeah.
in our family, we all three of us did always have something. Always,
Uh-huh.
perhaps they were highly empathic or perhaps sensitive, yes. But
Mhm.
for me, it was the full blown everything. For me, it
Wow.
was
So when did you allow it to come out?
I
How
allowed it
long
to
ago?
come out in 2012 when I actually was put in a on I well, I was put on my spiritual path, one of my many, many dark nights of the soul, I would call it.
Uh-huh.
My
Uh-huh.
awakenings. I came upon a beautiful, beautiful person, my teacher, Joseph Amato. He
Mhm.
took me under his wings, and from there, he let me flow. He let
Wow.
me be. Yeah.
Mhm.
He assured me
Wow.
I was not crazy. So that
Right.
was the big
That
thing.
I think that, we tend to think that when we can see or hear or know something that other people can't, that as a matter of fact, I have a very dear friend who, um, she has all these kinds of visions, and she's been institutionalized by her family for that
Yeah.
reason in the past. And so, it's just a sad situation, and knowing that you are normal, has to make you feel a lot better.
Yes, it does,
Yeah.
especially when
Yeah.
you have
Sure.
someone telling you you're okay, that everything that you are sensing and everything that you are feeling is valid.
Right.
And I had to find that out on my
Mhm.
journey.
Yeah,
I
of
did.
course. Well, that's beautiful, and I love that you came into this in 2012, which was that year that everybody was so concerned about the Aztec calendar, not, nobody was gonna what was gonna happen, you know? Yeah,
You know what? You're
yeah.
right. I never thought of it that way, but that was a shake-up year for me for sure. It was definitely at the end of something. I think it was
Wow.
the beginning of the end of an old self that no longer resonated with me. And I think
Yeah.
subconsciously, now that you bring it up, it makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah,
Really,
it
it does.
does. For me, I started, Well, it was back in like the 70s because I'm older, and then I take a hiatus, and then I'd come back to it. In the 1990s, I was really busy with it, and then take a hiatus. It wasn't on purpose. It was just like, but I not as intuitive or as psychic as you are, but when I during COVID is when I came back to it, and I realized I should have been doing this all along, but it's never too late. That's kind of the way I look at it. Yeah,
That
yeah,
was probably the pause that you needed. That
it
realignment
was.
we all look for.
We did.
I did find that a lot of people came into their alignment right at that time because that's when we all needed to band together and
Hmm.
pull stronger. So that was still
Absolutely.
a great time. Wonderful
Yeah.
things came from that.
There were a lot of people who took advantage of the time to do that
Oh,
very thing.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
And, a lot of people even in the chat, the subscribers, they've said that themselves, that, this is when they started coming for answers and things like that. So,
Yeah,
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 so so that's wonderful, wonderful.
yeah.
Well, I'm really excited. So I just want to let the people know, again, some of you came in late, and thank you for being here with us today. That Madame Claudia does do private readings. She doesn't have a YouTube channel right now, but that doesn't mean she won't. And she will let us know when she does. She's taking readings by donation, and she'll send you a link so you can ask her questions. And she has a whole host of different things she can read on. And so I'm going to let you personally, if you're interested in a private reading, you can ask her yourself. I don't want to get involved with telling you all of the things you could choose, but you go ahead and ask her if you're interested. And I think that's a wonderful thing that you're doing. And it certainly gets your name out there too. So that's
Yes,
wonderful.
I'm grateful. This would be my second time I'm on any type of public platform, and I have to
Hmm.
say it's still very new to me. I was always doing this sort of like by word of mouth.
Sure.
It was good. It was working all right, but
Hmm.
I think that I've come to a period in my life, perhaps, that I'm okay with being on camera now. So
Good.
I'm
Yeah.
going with the flow.
Going with the flow. That's really wonderful. And I will tell you that our community here, as you probably already noticed with on Trudy's channel, because we have a lot of similar subscribers. That everybody, I've not seen anybody that's been hateful or harmful or anything like
No,
that. So we're very, very. It's just a nice feeling. It's a nice
it
feeling to
really
know you can
is.
come here and sort of be friends with everybody. So
Oh, it
yeah.
truly feels that way. I have been met with nothing but kindness from everyone. I've
Uh-huh.
had a lot of beautiful people reach out and book readings with me, and
Yes.
I always like to let the work speak for itself. So I have
Sure.
by all means
Yeah,
been showered with accolades and just positivity, and I'm grateful for it.
that's good. Oh, that's really good. And yeah, Moira said you're on YouTube natural. There you go. So now
Thank
you got another one. So yeah, so I guess what we'll do then is we'll go ahead and start doing some readings. I have my cards with me today,
you.
and again, nothing real personal.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that she gives you, um, she will discern whether or not you should possibly try to do it in a private reading. And I love that because, she's not going to blurt something
No, no,
out
no.
on here. And so, not that we don't usually do that anyway, but I love that. So thank you. Hi,
Like,
Charlie. Hi, everybody, for coming in. Thank you, Patricia Franzino. I see you, and Debbie Joyce, and Fatima's here, and JR. Thanks, everybody, for being here today and being supportive of Madame Claudia. Yeah. So here we go. So the first one we have is a general reading from Astrology Happenings with Shaughnessy. I'm going to pull some cards. I'll
um,
let you go first whenever you're ready.
now with this person, Shauna, is that their name, Shauna?
I'm not sure. You want
I'm
her
just
first
trying to
name?
see. Well, if you know, I don't like to ask this, but it's just sometimes I need to tune into their name so that I can
It's
start
okay.
getting some information.
Yeah. So we can ask her to put her first name in.
If that's okay with them, if
That's
that's
all right with you. Yep.
allowable.
All right. So if you could do that, that would be wonderful. Hi, Arlene Forney. Hi, Ness. It's good to see you. All right. I don't know that we're going to be able to do all you today. We'll try.
We will certainly try. Now with this person, is this particular person looking for some information on their business or their career? Because
Well,
I
that's what
kind
you
of
would
got,
like to have. You want an area that's important.
yeah,
Some readers don't care. Some will have spirit guides. Some would like, whatever.
I got perhaps
Yeah.
maybe career, business. That's why I'm asking if that's okay with them. Is that what they would like, or is there something in specific in
Well, her
general?
name
Because I got
is
that.
Shauna Say. It is Shauna Say.
Okay.
And so let us know what area you might like a general reading in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to close questions, Ness. Career or retirement, she says.
Career or retirement. Okay.
Uh-huh. Hi, Emerald Buddha. It's good to see you.
Okay. So for career, I got that you're honestly sort of ready to kind of like, I don't know why I got move on, move on with what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
And I just pulled a card for you because I'm going with what I got. Actually, the words were kill it. So whatever you're doing, perhaps kill it, move on, let it be. But I pulled a card when I asked a question for you and I got with patience. So perhaps not yet, but meet yourself with patience so that you may be able to do this the right way. Because I do feel that you are extremely tired, like not tired just so physically, but mentally tired at this time. So I did get that. Um, I hope that resonates with you. I did get
She
that.
said yes.
Patience is, I don't know why I got kill it. I don't know if that is something that brings you any type of validation, but perhaps it means kill it with the mind chatter, perhaps coming to a point where you feel comfortable again with what you love, because it's been a while now. You're done.
I'll take that reading too, Claudia. I am so done with what I'm not this, but my regular job. Yeah. I have here, get clarity before you act. You achieve great things. And so I'm thinking that you might be killing it, you might be getting ready to leave it, but you might want more clarity, before you, and that has to come from you personally, not us. So yeah. So there you go. So thank you very much. Thanks,
You.
Ness. Thank you, dear. All right. So we have Teacher Barbara. And do you want it career, Barbara? Do you want it to be anything else? That's if you wouldn't mind, how every reader likes to have it done in a certain way. So if you can put that up, I would appreciate it, Barbara. Hi, Nancy. It's nice to see you. Yeah. Yes, it's on her career too. Okay.
Career as well. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now that I'm tuning into the name, Barbara, I got that perhaps you're thinking of a second stream, perhaps a side hustle that is going to bring you a little bit more joy than what you're doing at this moment, perhaps. I get that really strongly, that perhaps that would be perhaps creatively more fruitful for you. And I say creative because I do get that you are extremely creative, extremely creative. So I'm going to pick a card for you and let's see. Now I'm reading from the Eternity Oracle cards. I'm not doing tarot today because tarot likes to get a little specific. And I think today I'd like to keep everyone's privacy private.
No worries. No worries. Yeah.
So here we go. Just going to pick one card. So, okay. So with this, when I got creative, new creative path, I picked or to personally inhabit. I know in this deck, it talks about being in a beautiful garden where we're comfortable, and how we're supposed to move out of that space in order to find what we're really supposed to be doing. So perhaps this has to do a lot about your purpose. You're looking for your
Mhm.
purpose at this moment, and because your first job perhaps just pays the bills, but it's not really doing it for you anymore. It's not bringing you joy, and you're being asked to move
Wow.
out of that space into the joy. That's what I
She
got.
works as a teacher in Florida, and Florida has
Oh,
put all kinds of restrictions on what she can do. And
oh,
so,
that's
yes,
terrible.
it's yeah, because of all this crazy thing. Oh yeah, out of comfort. She said, well, I got here, Barbara, that you just need to organize because many careers and job offers are coming your way. So there you go. I
Mm,
agree with Madame Claudia. I think that if you want to do a side hustle or you want to do something, and I know you do teach sometimes at night, but there might be more opportunities for you if you're interested. So yeah, so there you go. Yeah, I
get
know
creative.
Florida's yeah, get creative. She says she uses her Cricut sometimes, which is a like makes arts and crafts things, But
That's
yeah.
wonderful because I did see her doing things with her hands, like getting creative
Okay.
and doing some things. So perhaps, even
Uh-huh.
having a farmer's market to sell her objects and her creations would be something that would bring her joy again, because I did feel her a bit bogged down.
Okay. There you go, Barbara. And you would be because she had to take extra classes to teach how not to teach. And oh, it was really
Oh,
awful for her.
geez.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
you I'm
Yeah, I
so
know.
sorry
You
to
can't
hear
you
that.
can't survive with that kind of thing, but I know she loves her kids she teaches. So Karen, I need to know what area you might want to have your hi, just visiting. It's nice to see you. If you could put in your area you would like us to look at, um, then that would be great, Karen. And so let me also say Julie V and Sherry and Ziggy, give me some areas that you would like us to look at. I think that's important. Hi, Greg Dixon. It's good to see you. Yeah. All right. So I'm looking here. Career for you too, Karen. Okay. Career for Karen. Yeah.
Career for Karen?
Yeah. Yes. This is
Okay,
a
here we go.
financial. Okay. Julie V. Thank you.
Career. Are you planning a move with your career? Because I do get planning a move with the career, either moving up or
Oh,
moving into something totally completely new.
well, it might
Right
be.
now, it's just a thought.
She says she has art to sell. So I don't know if you see that.
Well, I didn't see the art. I just
Okay.
saw her moving into whatever she was doing before, as
Oh,
whatever paid the bills, into
uh-huh.
something that will actually make her more money. But with this,
Uh-huh.
she will have to move around. She will have to go to
Oh.
different areas to display it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
on the on social media is one thing, but if she wants to get like more exposure, she needs to
Uh-huh.
move around, get out
Okay.
there, network. I do get that perhaps it's not something that's very comfortable for you to network, maybe perhaps be, you know, interactive with many, but
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
something that we'll have to do. You are very connected to spirit at this time. You're being guided. I do get a female, sort of like when I say aunt, sometimes it's literally your aunt, or it's a family friend that acted as someone very close to the family, like an aunt in the spirit world, because I pulled my spirit card.
Uh-huh.
Also being guided, and as she paints, she is channeling and she is putting all that into her paintings. I do get that.
Wow. That's awesome. And I have hidden gems. There are rewards coming to leverage your skills. And antiques comes up, but also appraising and dealing. So I think the art comes up with this card as well. So there you go. It's amazing. It's
That's
just amazing.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thanks everybody for being here. Hi, Lori Bove. Yes, thank you
Oh,
all
the
for
art
being
fairs,
here.
yes.
That's wonderful. 66 people in the chat. Hi, Celtic Seer, Charlie, clean music lover. We don't have any more room for questions at this point. I want you to know that Madame Claudia is doing readings, and you can reach her at an email that's in the chat, in the show notes, and she does them by donation. And so you can certainly reach out to her and ask her, if she can has some time to talk to you. And she is working on eventually getting her own channel. And she also goes on Gertrude Hsu's show. So yeah, be sure to check her out. This is the first time I've had her, and I can see how many people are thrilled. So that's wonderful.
I am so grateful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for your time and all of your questions.
Absolutely. So Julie wants financial information.
Financial. I'm just going to tune into your name, please. Just 1 second, Julie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, well, first thing that came up was car. So either you're experiencing something that is sort of draining your financial situation. I won't get into it very too much in detail. I got car, perhaps car payments, car troubles, something like that. We need to get out of this lack space mentality, because that is truly what is going to manifest when we are perhaps not where we want to be financially at this moment. We are going through major changes, all of us, and that does impact our energy flow when it comes to money. So I would say try to move out of this space of lack mentality. And it's kind of hard because everything is so expensive these days. But I suggest we practice some gratitude, like having a roof over our head, enough money in our bank accounts to buy groceries, and if we have children, to attend to their needs. But the more we focus on gratitude, the more we get out of that lack mentality space, and then we can start to actually bring in what we want, because we do create our reality. Now, I pulled a card for you and I got Angel of Balance. And in this deck, it does talk about taking some time and some space in order to rebalance our thoughts, our emotions, and also focus on what we really want, not what we don't want. Because when we say, I don't have enough, then the universe will show us, yes, you don't have enough.
That's wonderful. And that's exactly what Abraham and Esther Hicks says. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. And I love that. And it was car trouble, she says.
Thank you for that validation, Julie. Thank you.
Thank you. I have here to trust your gut. And it says here, take a creative approach. But what I really love about this, it says the same thing Madame Claudia wanted to remind us of is thankfulness, healing, being grateful. And so, and we all, our go-to words are, oh, I don't have enough money to, or something like that. And we got to change it. I am abundant. My world is abundant. I am grateful for everything. So thank you, dear.
Thank you, Julie, for your validation.
All right. So Sherry, and I'm going to pull down here because she posted what she wanted to focus on, her love life.
I figured. I don't know. As soon as I heard her name, I'm like, okay. So let me just shuffle really quickly, and I'm just tuning into her name right now, Sherry.
Sure, of course.
Okay. So I got right away when I tuned into your name whether you should stay or you should go. Now, by all means, I cannot tell you yay or nay. I can't say. It has to come from you. But there are certain things that we can sense and feel, and I would trust those things. So if you're having sort of like you need some clarity whether the person that's coming into your space is for you or the person you have in your space is for you, I would definitely go with that gut intuition. I'm just pulling a card for you. And the card I got was Thinking Man. So in this deck, this card particularly pertains to a man who perhaps sometimes is in balance with his emotions, but sometimes can be a bit sort of like detached. So if you are meeting people who are detached, it usually comes as a not a warning, but it's sort of like a mirror to show you where in your life are you detached from yourself. What is it that you aren't giving yourself, and you're attracting these people to show you what
Mhm.
areas you could improve, or you could actually look at to see where you could, give that self-love to. Because sometimes we don't like to admit this, but we do attract what we need to heal. So I got that for sure.
How true that is. Wow, that's beautiful. I'm seeing some chaos. I'm seeing a lot of chaos, untamed nature. And so I guess that kind of a dragon is always circular, like Madame Claudia said. I mean, this really does agree with her, one way or the other, going one way around and kind of running around in a circle for you. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's got to come from you what you decide to do, not from us, but you know that already. So, I hope it works out for you, Sherry. Thank you so much for your question. All right, we have Ziggy. Um, well, how does the year look for me? Let's see, Ziggy, did you have an area that you were interested in knowing about? Um, did you want to know how's the year look for you health wise? How does the year look for you money wise, career wise, love life? I don't know. Um, let's see if you are here. And if not, we'll come back to you. Oh, I know. I look really washed out. Roxy. I do. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Uh-huh.
Are you getting
Finances.
over a cold?
Am I?
Yes, because I
Um,
feel like you did, or like you went through a tornado or something.
oh, I went through a tornado with my husband. His health,
Oh,
very bad.
okay.
5 months. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Okay.
So,
Sorry, dear.
yeah. No, it's
Okay.
okay. It's okay. Okay, so she wanted to do it with Ziggy wants it with finances. Thank you.
Okay. And it's funny because before she said that, I wrote down on my pad here, money. Okay. So let's talk about money. Ziggy, let's talk
Oh,
about money. So I don't feel that your money is obstructed in any way, your money flow or anything. But I do feel that perhaps there are some things that you don't really need to put your money into, if that makes any sense to you, that are perhaps not going to give you back that return that you would like really quickly. So I would sort of just watch in what areas you're putting your money, because that there might be a long-term return on that. It might not be instantaneous like you want it to be. The other thing that I'm getting is that if you are wanting to go into investment, I would really, really do my research on that first. Because there are a lot of areas that we could put our money in, but sometimes they don't turn out the way we would like them to. So I would just do my research first when it
mhm.
comes to that. And that also means products that we buy into as well, not just, like banks and
Uh-huh.
insurances and all that. I'm going
Okay.
to pull a card.
Mhm.
And okay, well, it's funny. I got hostilities. So usually when I get this card, hostilities, it's not the nicest looking card either. It usually just means that, yeah, be careful where you put your money first.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, it's interesting because what did I get? I got a brick wall.
Oh,
I got a brick wall. And maybe that's what you've been feeling like you've been hitting a brick wall with your finances. That could be very possible.
yeah.
Um, it says here you're not able to make, maybe you haven't been able to make progress. And so it's saying you should try to do things differently. And actually, some of the recommendations that were done, that were given by Madame Claudia, gave you some of those ideas how to do something differently. But I think we know we're running into a brick wall, but we're at the point where we don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
We keep ramming into it, but it's not working for us. So hi, Suki.
We have to
Yep.
look at our patterns as well. Our
We do.
patterns,
Yep.
our mental
We do.
patterns, our spending
Mhm.
habits, things like that.
Yep. Yep. It's very, and you're right. We're all dealing with something. It seems like this is a very testing time for so many of us.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Yeah. So Diamond wonders about her financial area. Thank you, dear. All right.
Okay, I'm just going to pull a card here for you really quickly, Diamond. This is funny, but I got a plate of cookies, and that reminds me of when we used to go to open houses as kids just to go look inside. I mean, I wasn't even buying a house. I was a kid.
Right.
And
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
the smell of cookies, so that made
Yeah.
it very warm and inviting.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not sure if you sold that house yet or not, but perhaps you will in the spring. Well, we are in spring, so between now and October or so. So I'm just gonna pull a card for you. Let's see what we get. Okay, so the card I pulled was Goddess of the Moon, and that's my intuition card. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you need to follow your intuition. We need to just know when to jump, when to invest, when to wait for that moment. It's just about that opportunity that will come. It's coming. We just need to be patient, but it's hard because we need things now. But the more we think about them, the more we block our flow into coming into the now.
That's very true. That's very true. I have here that you have a rare gift, Diamond, and it says that seize the opportunities when they come to you, that you will be able to figure out intuitively where you should go and what you should do in order to make that money. But it says also that your unique gifts can bring luck and success, and you have the power to attract wealth. I find that fascinating, since that was your question, was about your finances. So there you go. All right. Thank you so much. Hi, Anya Ashdown. I'm going to be determined to say your name the right way. Thank you so much. All right. So Ness, energy and focus is what she'd like to know about. And her energy and her focus, is it in the, I think she's working really hard on a project, and so I think that's what she's wanting to know more about.
Okay, well, I mean, whatever we put our beautiful energy into, and if it's something that brings us joy, it's always going to give us wonderful results. You don't need me to tell you that, but I do feel that all of your hard work is going to pay off. The one thing I am getting, and I'm pulling a card for you, is I got the card strategy. So perhaps there needs to be more of a strategy put in place. Not that you probably don't have one. Perhaps go through review it over again to see if there's something that you could have missed, or something that you can sort of look back onto that perhaps wasn't visible at the time, that you can revisit now, and it would be fruitful. Because I'm pulling another one, and I got adjacent possibilities, which usually talks about missed opportunities, missed things from the past that perhaps now you're revisiting in order to strategize again, and maybe have a better business plan, or a better plan or project in place so that you can get the results you want.
Excellent. I'm getting a unique creative expression will bring you wealth and prosperity. I think you're putting it's a pink diamond. And how beautiful is that? Because she's writing, and it's what you love to do, Ness. And so you've got you're not a diamond in the rough. You are the sparkling diamond. So there you go, girl.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Ness. Thank you. These are fun. Everybody's having fun here, Madame Claudia. I love it.
Good, I'm glad.
I know. All right. So we've got JR, a financial reading, please.
Okay, just 1 second. I'm going to tune
Uh-huh.
into you.
Okay.
Okay, well, I picked up right away that you're a bit anxious about your finances at this moment. With anxiety, it's only going to put more doubt. So let me pull one more card because I got that as I split the deck. Okay, well, I pulled the card the world, which in this deck means that the world is your oyster. So when it comes to finances, there's a multitude of ways to make a little extra income if that's what you're looking for. If that is something that you are interested in, that would help with finances. But basically, that it's all out there for us to have. We just need to bring it in. And how do we bring that in? We need to change our mindset. So, like I had said before, if we're in this lackluster kind of like mindset, then we are going to attract that. But I don't feel that it's going to be detrimental to you. It's just sort of change that mindset where, you know what, like, yes, the world is my oyster. I'm going to go out there and get what I want, and you can have it.
Yep. Yep. And I have to say to everybody here, we all are guilty of this many, many times, focusing on something that we don't have instead of what we
Yeah.
want or what we do have. So it's not unusual. I get local travel. Isn't that interesting? I get a little
Oh,
VW bus, and it says here, getting out more and maybe having to drive more. So I don't know, maybe something new will come that will be further away from where you live, but local at the same time. Maybe you'll have to drive 10 minutes more to get there or whatever. But there you go. There's just a little tidbit of something coming your way. And thank you, JR. Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
I'm just going to put this up because Celtic Seer is an astrologer. She says Mercury went retrograde yesterday, which we do know. So review and revisit projects, have patience with travel, commuting, and everything with electronics, and don't make any major purchases till May. Excellent and very important to mention. So thank you, my dear.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we have Patricia Franzino would love to have a reading in the career area of her life.
Patricia. Okay, well, right away with Patricia, I got that she really does enjoy what she does as far as work, but hasn't been really feeling that way lately. I got that. So perhaps you could take this time to reflect and see if there's any other areas that you would like to explore when it comes to career, whether it be a different position within your career sector or a totally new one. Because I do get that you're a highly empathic person. So either you work with people on a daily basis, like perhaps it's children, animals, or even the elderly. I do get that you are in contact with many, many people every day, and perhaps that might be a little draining, or you want to change that. I did get you're highly empathic though, and that might be a little overwhelming at this time for you. I'm going to pull a card for you.
Okay.
I get you have a huge heart, just
She does.
beautiful
She's a
energy.
sweetheart. Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we got a good card here. We got the cornucopia card, which is my
Ooh.
harvest card. So reaping in all of that, all the good stuff. So, I mean, I'll just say that whatever you choose, it will be always the right choice for you because this is something that brings you joy again.
Isn't that wonderful? She's a ballroom dancer, and I think she's been having a really difficult time finding the right partner to dance with.
Oh, I
So I
see.
don't know if that's still true because it's been a while since Patricia and I talked about it. But yes, I agree very much with you, Madame Claudia, that it's her soul's purpose that she
Yeah,
needs to find. And it is your spiritual purpose. And
yeah.
you have a big heart. It says here you're going to discover your life's purpose and you're going to go on a spiritual journey, Patricia, wherever that takes you. And I think it will be fabulous for you. So yes, be open to it. I think
Can
it's,
can
yeah.
I say one thing that I did pick up?
Yes.
Um, I saw a trip to like Russia. Now, I didn't know what it meant, but now that you're saying she's a ballroom dancer, I don't know. I always
Yeah.
hear people flying over to Russia and doing like big competitions, or even here in this, well, in the States, because I'm in
Right.
Canada.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't know if that's of any relevance, but Patricia, get back to us and let us know if that's happening one day, because that'd be really interesting.
Okay. It sounds good. All right. Imelda, I am going to say that we would need more information to do a medium reading. If you could, I would be happy to do a reading for you, but I think probably because we're keeping them really short, that we need to stick with some of these topics, which, she can come back and do other topics and at another time. But right now it seems like we're sort of just in the general area. So Imelda, if you can change and tell us what you'd like, that would be great. So Seascape is, as I said, was getting ready to retire in June. So she says, what creative pursuits might she look into? What my abilities? I'm still new at it, she says.
Does she have her own abilities that she would like to work on? Is that what the question was?
I think she's more looking for what creative abilities would be good
Oh,
for her to look into. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Well, when I tune into their name, right away I got if they are at all interested in the topic of Reiki healing, I did get that.
Okay.
Um, I picked that up. The other thing is that I do see Seascape traveling quite a bit. So either they get really into like the community and they do community events and they're able to travel, that they would be very, very busy doing things like that, being involved in the community. And I did get like using their hands perhaps. So I don't know if that's anything of interest to you, but I do see you moving and
All right.
circulating quite a bit.
Okay. That's wonderful. Ooh, I think you're going to be surprised at your skills, Seascape. I got the lightning bolt here. Woohoo! It's going to come in really fast, really fast. And it will say sudden and fast change. So it could be, sometimes when people want to retire, they think, oh yeah, I'll retire. And, and then they find another job or they find something else that, they weren't particularly looking for, but really fits them. So, oh, so much fun that you have that ability. Yeah.
I see them busy, very busy.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So Arlene wants to know what we might see for her in April. And I don't know, Arlene, if you want that to be spiritually. I'm going to say spiritually because, or do you want it to be money? Do you want it to be, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me know. Arlene lives in a beautiful part of the world. She lives in Sedona.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, isn't
I
it?
just
A love relationship. Okay. She would
love
love to
her.
know more. Love relationship. Okay.
Here we go.
Thank you, dear. Yep.
Okay, so when I tune into their name right now, I'm getting perhaps not as, and I don't like to say this on air, but I'm going to say it, perhaps not as satisfied as they'd like to be as far as the potential or what they've been sort of attracting lately. That's a bit of an issue. I got that. So
Uh-huh.
I'm going to pick a card here. I'm just going to pull a card. And I got the card strategy again. So to me, it's just telling me that perhaps there needs to be a change in the approach, perhaps in what we're um, putting out there, what our boundaries are, what our expectations are when we do meet new people. Now,
Mm-hmm.
mind you, this I had no idea because I don't really go on these apps or anything, but um, people that are looking for people nowadays, they go on these apps, and then these apps suggest us people, and then we go on these dates, and then sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not good. These apps
Right.
are meant to keep us consuming and going back and paying subscriptions. So I'm thinking, if you want to meet that person has to come naturally. You will attract them all in divine timing when you're ready, but we got to strategize. And how
Ah,
we do that is that we give to ourselves what we are looking in a partner. So that's self-love first, and then we attract what we are. So I got that
yeah.
really clearly.
Wow. So I like this is interesting because you just said sometimes we don't attract the ones we're attracting may not be so, they're not from the best, being culled from the best. It says here, leave old flames and embrace the new. I know it
Well, there
meant
you go.
flames like this, but old flames can, we talk about old flames being an old boyfriend or something like that. And it says here, release energy and allow for a powerful transformation. So there you go, Arlene. I absolutely agree. Yeah.
I just got my lights flickering because they usually do when I have spirit in the room. And yeah, so that's a confirmation from spirit right there.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That is so cool. All right. So we have Jan, and Jan would like to know about financial.
Financial.
Yeah.
Jan.
Gosh, you tap in so fast, Claudia.
I feel like a circuit, like, back in the 1960s, the like plug in, plug out, plug it. And that's
I
how I
used to
feel.
do that where I worked at a hospital and I had to do that.
Well, now you know how it feels because that's how it feels right now. And
Okay.
I have quite a bit of spirit in here, and they're just all in
Yeah.
here. So I'm trying because there's a lot of things going on behind me here. I'm trying not to get distracted.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you said financial. Was that it?
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, I don't like to get too personal, but I did pick up a little bit, and then it sort of like confirmed my what I picked up. I picked up the card storm warning. So to me, that card doesn't just mean like a disaster's coming, and I'm not fear mongering. I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
that there are things that we need to take into consideration
Mm-hmm.
that perhaps could put us at a loss. So make sure you know what your choices are and where to get the information you need to make these choices about your finances right now,
Mm-hmm.
because there could be situations that could come up or already have come up that have put you in this space of like, I gotta think about this, re-strategize,
Mm-hmm.
because it could be it could cause a little bit of a hiccup. So that's what I got.
Okay. Jan is a caregiver to her mom.
Okay.
And and she's been doing it for quite a while now, but I get the unseen. I'm much like what you got. It's the unseen. Things are working behind the scenes.
Yes,
Again, it
yes.
doesn't mean that it's a disaster, but there could be something that comes up that wasn't
Yeah.
expected, or yeah, that's what I
Now
got.
that you're saying that about she is a caregiver to her mom, I don't know what it's like in the States, but eh, perhaps we should look into any type of grant if there's any that the state would give for you doing that. Or like how would it work? Because I'm getting a lot right now, actually. Like I
Uh-huh.
get that you're thinking of going back to work, or if you're not working already, you're gonna go back because it
Hmm.
would help with some of the costs.
Hmm.
Try to look into what is available to you so that you don't have to go out and get these loans that are really high rates kind of situation.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you for that. Hi to everybody who's just come in. We aren't taking any more questions today because we got just a little bit of time left, but um, you can find the information, the email for Madame Claudia on the show notes below. And she can schedule a personal reading for you. She goes by donation right now, and she doesn't have a channel right now, but she's working on it. So please, if you're interested, you can always contact her via her email and she'll get back to you. So, all right. So I'm going to finish up with who I've got here today. We've got Rossi, who wants a message from her spirit guides about her spiritual growth.
Okay. Well, with this person, I get a lot, and I feel really good. Like I'm getting a lot of it's nice to tune into your energy. Thank you so much for allowing me. I do get that you are working on something, perhaps one of the many abilities that you have. I also have someone who wants to come and say hi. So I'm sorry, it's very distracting. We have an animal here, quite a large one. So I do feel that one of your spirit guides is sort of like a cat-like animal, if that makes sense. A lion. I don't know why, but I just got a huge flash of a lion beside me. You are highly, highly protected. If you have ever felt that you weren't, you are. I also have a beautiful like grandfather figure coming in that wants to say hi really quickly. Very large presence in the room for me. So I hope that makes sense to you. As far as your spiritual growth, it's just astounding how much you've grown. You've grown a lot. You've been
She
through a
really
lot.
has. She has.
Therefore now it's coming out. So I feel like big energy, and it's going to be projected outward soon. So yeah. Thank you so much. And I just can't believe I just saw that, because it was just like
you can't see. It's hard for you to see because you're on your telephone or your cell phone. But Rossi has a black cat with green eyes on her avatar.
Does she?
Yes.
Okay, well, it would make sense why I got a big lion. Okay,
So she's
thank
a
you for
cat
that
person.
validation.
Yeah, she's a cat person.
Thank you for
Yes.
that.
I have the card of choice, and this is from the Oracle of the portals. And you have made the choice. You're walking through the portal, and you exponential growth, and you're carrying with you your cane, but also your tall cane as you walk, but probably also one of your animal spirits. So that is so awesome. That is
Very
awesome.
powerful. If I felt it like very strongly here. So thank you for that. Thank you for that validation.
She says, wow, am I happy? That's good. All right. We have Debbie Joyce wondering if she can have a reading on her family. And that's all she said, her family.
Okay. With your permission, Debbie, right away, I got conflict resolution. It's going to be taken care of. Okay. You have been very patient. Patience is a virtue. But then again, when we ask for more patience and more strength, we'll just get more situations that will affirm that, yes, I am patient. Yes, I have strength. So we just have to give this back. And it's not that I want to get religious or anything, but I do believe in God and our higher source. Is when we can't handle what we have, what we are carrying it, give it to them. Give it back to them, and they will carry it for us. Because right now I know this is very emotional for you, because I'm feeling very emotional right now as I tap into their energy. But there are things that we cannot take on, you understand, because it's just too much. So we give it to God. We give it back.
That's right.
I hope that makes sense.
Oh, I have here that, Debbie, they want you to honor yourself. Impossible can be turned in with a hyphen to I'm possible. And I just want to give you that. Okay. Thank you so much.
And I pulled the strength card for you. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, wow.
And that speaks for itself.
Yes, it does. That's
immense.
wonderful. Yeah, that's just wonderful. We have two more. All right. We have Lori Beauvais and Celtic Seer. You'll be next. A health reading, please.
Well, for Lori, I know Lori will get better.
Okay.
What I would like to say to Lori is that right now you're going through a cleanse, a really big cleanse. So because of what we're going through astronomically, energetically, everything that you've been carrying for the last 20 some years or plus is being reset. And sometimes that will show up in the body in whichever way. And as I tune into you, Lori, I know you're getting better and you're healing, and you have shown immense amounts of self-love that I admire so much. So I'm going to pull a card for you. Will you heal? Yes, you will. But let me pull a card for you. I just know that right now a lot of people are going through a purge, and this is literally what Lori has been through. So let me pull a card for you, and we got the Magician and the Mirror. This is my Magician card, and what the Magician does is they can turn, they practice alchemy, so they can turn water into wine. So let's turn that pain that you just went through into fuel to keep going, because I know you can.
And I don't mean to shed any light on this, but I get the gift. And sometimes we get a gift by our troubles that we go through. It brings us to where we need to be. It's a detour, or it's a new path for us. We don't see the gift until after it's over. So I just want to leave that with you. And thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Celtic Seer, a job or contract offer possible.
For Celtic Seer, I do get a contract for you. Let me pull a card. Now, I also got that it might not be something that you even want, so you're going to have the choice whether you take it or not. It might be something that you've wanted for a while, but perhaps you'll be like, oh, maybe it's not something I want anymore, but will you have another opportunity? Yes. Let me just pull a card for you really quickly. I got first chakra, Archangel Michael, which is our root chakra. I don't know if you can see that. This card usually talks about massive healings to the root chakra, where the fear comes from. So if there's been a little bit of anxiety or fear about perhaps a job change or a new contract or even work, there's no need. You are getting that help in order to boost you to where you want to go and what you would like to achieve.
The card I pulled for you, Celtic, is make sure that you are health conscious if you do take this contract or job. We don't want balance is key to everything, and just I don't think it's a problem with health. I just think you need to remember to keep in balance. Don't work too hard for it.
Yes.
All right. So Imelda, you did get back to me, so we will read you last. I'm sorry we're not able to read everybody, but we've read quite a number of people, and it's been fabulous. So Imelda wonders about possible mental health for her.
Okay, Imelda. Okay, Imelda, right away I'm getting that super high anxiety, but I do feel that perhaps there's other things that you could try before you go and start asking for certain things that you could get in order to help you with this, like grounding perhaps. I do get that. You could go ground, go walk in nature, go hug a tree, go do things like this, which are I'm not giving out any medical information today, but
Right. No.
things like that in order to ground you before you make the decision of going to seek more for yourself. Also, talking. I do get that perhaps it's really hard for you to find that certain someone that will just listen instead of just give the opinion that you didn't ask for, because I get a lot of opinions.
There's a lot of people that like to solve our problems when we didn't ask.
Exactly. You just need someone to
Yes.
just listen to you, because I do get you're highly
Uh-huh.
empathic and you do tend to, and you don't mean to, and this happens to a lot of empaths. They absorb a lot of the energies around them, and sometimes they don't know if it's theirs or not. So
Mhm.
I would focus on that, like through meditation, if you are open to meditation. Whether just to see, because I do feel like you wake up with like high anxiety, and it's very
Mhm.
it's almost debilitating at times, but to do this first before you seek other type of
Yeah.
first talk therapy, something like that first.
Imelda, I think I have that myself where you just wish you could turn off some of these things that are bothering you.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so meditation might help. And some people say, oh, I can't be quiet and meditate, but you can go on a walking meditation. You could go outside and walk and,
absolutely.
and just enjoy the beauty. I have that the answers are coming for you. Don't despair. You're going to get the answers you need. You're going to have some clarity. Your problems will be resolved and the closure will come to your past. So
Yeah.
allow yourself the time to heal. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Breathing. That's right. Madame Claudia, this has been wonderful. Everybody has just really enjoyed it so very much. And we'd love to have you back whenever you feel you can come back.
Thank
For
you so
those of
much.
you who are here and came in late, she has her information is in the show notes. She does do readings on a donation basis at this point. You can reach her via email, which is there. And you can also see her on Trudy Hsu's show because she's working with Trudy quite often. So
Yeah.
thank you, dear. Thank you, Claudia. This has been
Thank you so
wonderful.
much for this wonderful opportunity to visit your platform, and to all the beautiful people who put in their questions.
Mhm.
Thank you for your validation and your time, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
And we're grateful to you. Thank you so much. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
later, everybody. Have a good
You too.
evening.